Hello guys, it's MashTec here. Today I want to show you the best all-in-one disk image for the RG351 P or M. The RetroArcade community build. This image has been created with a deep passion for retro gaming and is based on the most popular operating system for this device, ArkOs. Let's check it out together. The image comes along with 39 pre-configured emulation systems. It includes the classic arcade systems, consoles and handhelds from Nintendo, SEGA and SONY up to Sega Dreamcast and PlayStation 1. But it also includes many older systems such as Atari, Amiga, MSX, ColecoVision, the C64 and Sinclair ZX Spectrum, only to name a few of them. I also appreciate that this image comes along with a big bunch of Game & Watch and Scrum virtual machine games. As a special category, it also includes a section for hacked Sega Genesis and Super Nintendo games. The ROM set of this image is a huge collection of 18,679 games, including many classics. Almost all games show up with their boxart thumbnails and preview videos. No crappy Chinese ROMs or weird homebrew versions like SuperMario 18 or something like that. Thanks to the favorites and last played feature, you will always have a shortcut to your most preferred games over all systems. It also comes along with 19 natively ported games like Wolfenstein 3D, Doom, the Quake series, Duke Nukem 3D, Half-Life, Super Mario 64 and many more. And the best, these games are included as full versions on the device, no sharewares. All games across all platforms are displayed in their native aspect ratio with optimal filtering to make them look the best on your RG351. No ugly stretching or incorrect aspect ratios. Same was done for the handheld controls. For example, all dual-stick games such as Karate Champ, Robotron or Smash TV got properly set up to utilize the two analog sticks. All of the more than 700 vertical arcade games get optimized and properly flipped for the screen, including the controls on the RG351. The size of this SD card image was intentionally kept a bit smaller than the regular capacity to ensure maximum compatibility to all SD card brands. Like that, it will fit to any SD card with a capacity of 128GB or more. If this image catches your attention, stay tuned and let's go through the steps to download and install it together. So let's start with the download. Therefore, I left you a link in the video description that takes you to a Google Drive where you can download the torrent for the image. Beside the torrent file, I recommend you to download the Quickstart guide as well, since it contains some basic instructions to the hotkeys of this image that I will show you later in this video as well. So click on the little arrow symbol in the top left corner of each file here to download the two files to your PC. Confirm the download dialog boxes with OK and switch over to your download folder. Here we'll find the torrent and instruction files now. Right click on the RetroArcade.zip file and extract it to some local folder. Enter that folder to find the actual torrent file in it. With a double click on it, it will be opened with your default torrent client. If you miss any of the required tools I use here, take a look in the video description where I leave a link to all of them for you. Since this is a huge file of around 107GB, it will take some hours to finish the download. As soon as the download is finished, you'll find the archive files in your download folder. Extract the files with a double click on the first of the 11 archives and store it to another subfolder. There you will finally find the actual image file called RetroArcade v03.img. Now it's time to take a new SD card of at least 128 GB, put it into your SD card reader and connect it with your PC. Open Win32 Disk Imager and choose the drive letter of your SD card on the top right corner of the tool. Now click on the folder button over here to choose the destination of the downloaded image file. Navigate over to its location and click on Open. With another click on Write and confirmation of the next dialog, the image will be written to your SD card. This took me around 33 minutes to finish, so I will fast forward this part here. Now that the write process has finished successfully, we can confirm the pop-up dialog and quit Win32 Disk Imager. After you've done that, navigate over to the taskbar and remove the SD card securely to ensure that all data is gonna be persistent. Now we can take the SD card out of the reader and put it into our RG351. Remember, this image will work with the RG351 P as well as with the RG351 M. Let's power on the system and measure the time it needs to start into the main menu. In less than 20 seconds, your RG351 is ready to let you play, even though the image comes with almost 20 systems on it and more than 18,000 games. As a quick start guide to this image, I'd like to show you some of the hotkeys and features. First of all, you might want to turn off the background music. Let me show you how to do that. Press Start to enter the main menu and choose Sound Settings. Here you can set the front-end music to off, so no more music will be played in the background. The next important thing to know is how to get into the RetroArch quick menu to quit a game. Press Select +X to enter the RetroArch quick menu. With a press on the B button, you will jump back to the main settings where you can quit the emulator. Another feature I use very often is the quick save and load. To save a game state, press Select +R1 and your current game state will be saved in the quick save slot. To reload the state, simply press Select +L1 to load your previously saved state. The next hotkey I like to show you is to make use of the fast forward and rewind feature of RetroArch. This is especially good to skip bigger texts in RPGs or to quickly undo a small fail. To fast forward your game, press the Select +R2 button. To rewind the scene, press and hold Select +L2 and the game will run backwards until you release the buttons again. The last tip I want to give to you is how to move a game to the favorites section. When you enter the favorites, you will see that it already includes some games in it. To add another game, let's switch over to the Commodore Amiga section and choose the Allo Cartoon Fun game in the list. With a press on the Y button, the game will move to the favorites section. When we jump back to the favorites, we'll find the newly added game at the top of the list. To delete a game from the favorites list, choose it and press the Y button again to remove. As a final note, I like to point you to the feedback spreadsheet because this image is under permanent development and improvement. Further games get added with a goal to get the ROM sets complete for each system. while still bad running games get sorted out. Emulators get improved and optimized, and bugs get resolved. It also has a section to collect further ideas for this image. This is a build from the community for the community, so feel free to leave your feedback here or in the comments below to improve this image even further. At the moment, version 0.4 is in development. I really fell in love with this all-in-one disk image, since it makes it so easy to get your device set up with many retro systems, including the required BIOS files, a ton of games, nicely presented with box art and preview videos, as well as small features like the great background music it comes along with, and a cool screensaver that randomly shows preview videos of the included games. If you like this video, let me know with a thumbs up and consider subscribing to my channel and click on the bell so you don't miss further content like this or updates. I thank you guys for watching, enjoy this great image with your RG351 and see you in my next video. Bye!